Alright, now for the fun part. We've got some food grade liner here, and one of the great things about it being 1/2 mil thick and quite strong and durable is that you get to practice your origami or your baking paper folds. Now probably through this experience there'll be a couple of moments of frustration. You might want to walk away and take a break. Sometimes that's good, other times just cool your head, keep a steady track, and you'll find your way through no problem. It's just a little trick in the folds and away we go. A couple of other tweaks and little tricks you can use. Leave the liner in the sun for an hour or so beforehand. It'll soften up and be much more pliable. And also have a friend at the other end for you, and you can help with the folds to get it into the bed. I'm going to do this one solo, so we'll see how we go. We're going to roll the liner out, fold the sides in 1/3, slide it over the bed and drop it in. Let's see how we go. Roll out. And we go up and in. At this point, what we want to make sure is that we've got the liner centered nicely, we've got the ends even, and so we're not running up too high or not too short. Alright, so we've done our dry fit. The liner's in, every side is long enough and high enough, which is perfect. And looks like a bit of a mess at the moment, but we're going to grab our staple gun or the clamps if you've got clamps and no staple gun, just to help hold the liner in place as we go through and sort out all the folds on the corners, and not stapling near the outlet area because we need to get behind the liner to silicone our washers in. Let's have some fun. Right before I put this first staple in, one of the key things to check is that you've got plenty of excess liner pushed down the side and across the bottom. So once the weight of the screenings goes in, the weight of the water goes in, if there's any slack under there, that will just get taken up underneath the screenings and the soil and all that sort of thing. If you have the liner in and it's too taut, once that weight goes in, it's going to pull it out of the sides and you run the risk of it slipping down lower than where you need it to go. One of the best ways of doing that is when you're in the side of here, just grab the liner and just push it down, get the feel, make sure it's down into the corners down there like that, and then stapling nice and high so you're nowhere near the bottom of the reservoir, nice and high on the bed. We're in, we're away, beautiful. Let's do another one around here. So while we're working on this corner here, I'll just show you one of the real traps for young players. When you're doing this beautiful fold and it comes in, you need to keep this part of the fold nice and high, because we've been out to a few and seen where the folds are beautiful, nice and tight, but this part's dropped down, and as you can see, what's going to happen is if that's tucked down there, then that's where the water's going to run out, if that's lower than the height of your overflow. So just watch out for that one. And I'll show you a close-up of this fold as well, so we can get it in nice and sweet and nice and tight. So we're just having a look at this fold in the corner of the liner here. This is tucked in nice and low. This part doesn't matter too much. We've got this nice fold running around here. I'm going to bring that in, keeping this part of the fold nice and high on the bed. Tucking that back in there, behind there. And of course our staples are very high on the bed indeed. Nowhere down near where the water reservoir is going to be, because if you put a hole down there, that's a fresh outlet, which means you have a leaking wicking bed. Alright, let's finish this off. Great, that's 3/4 of the liner stapled into place. We're going to leave this last corner where our outlet's sided unstapled for the time being, so we can get behind it, get the washers in, get the silicone on nice and neat, and then we'll staple it up afterwards.